What's going on? What's going on, Facebook family, YouTube world, Instagram people? Guys, go ahead and share this feed. Share this feed. We had some technical difficulties earlier, but we're back. We're persistent. We want to make sure that we bring you guys amazing education nuggets. And I have my business partner, my mentor, the GOAT herself. She's a mother, she's a pastor, she's a wife, and she definitely has a heart of gold. Guys, I want you guys to go ahead and give it up for my mentor, my probably nine figure. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in a couple of months, so she's probably a nine figure trader right now. Dr. Kathy Kirkland, how are you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you so much, Josh, for having me on. I know it's been terrible. I need to get out more. I need some social connecting.
Right?
Normally I'm okay in the house, but it's like I'm sick of this house.
I understand the feeling. I understand the feeling. Well, I just want to say thank you for taking the time out to join us again. We had some technical difficulties, like I stated earlier, and but she went hard. I went back and watched the video. If you guys missed it, you guys missed a treat. You know, she preached for you guys.
I was trying to keep it going because you out there selling and flipping houses in the middle of nowhere and trying to do a live at the same time. Oh my God, I need his energy.
Trying to multitask. But just, I really want to jump right into it, Dr. Kathy. With everything that's going on, with the COVID-19 that just came out of the blue. And I know you're actually an entrepreneur. You've been an entrepreneur for a while. You're running your church. You have several businesses yourself. What was it about the investing world that we're involved in? Did you experience anything different because we were not able to leave the house and because of what was going on in the world?
No, not really. What I experienced was I got a little bit more knowledgeable on what we were doing as far as forex trading, and it really didn't affect my house the way I thought it would. Like the last time we went through um, this season, I had lost everything. My rental property, my property management company, everything, and the fact that I found out about Forex because I missed my move in 2006. So it took it like 10 years for it to come back. Colonel Smith, if you're on, I do apologize because he
Mhm.
sat with me for 7 hours in my house
Wow.
trying to show me
Wow.
how I need to be doing Forex trading. And I talked myself out of a blessing. I would have never had
Wow.
to experience what I did if I had how the blessing is right there, but because it's in
Mhm.
a different package, we walk away from it, and that's what I did because
Mm.
I talked myself out of it. I kept saying it's too hard, it just looks too complicated. In all actuality, it wasn't, and so I missed my move.
Wow. And you came back and dominated.
Hey, when it was introduced again, when Dr. Jewel calls and say, "Hey, hon, I'm coming to Texas." I found out about Forex, and she been knowing about it, but didn't know how to do it. And was talking about how
Mm.
we could join this academy, and we could actually earn money while we're learning at the same time. And so, me and my mind, girl, I've been to school. I'm tired of going to school. I got my degrees. I don't want to go back. And the
Yeah.
thing was, I went to school to learn how to get a good job. And I have 4 degrees. So I was able to do that. I went to school to go get a good job.
Hmm.
But it didn't make me rich. It didn't make me wealthy. And it didn't teach me how to make money work for me. It taught me how to work
Mm.
for it. So
Wow.
it made me comfortable. And
Hmm.
sometimes you got to get out of your comfort zone in order to do something different. So, long story short, went down, met the owner of the company, met a few people. Was astonished at how this generation grabbed it quick. And
Yep.
I'm saying to myself, I said, man, if I had did this in 2006, I would be well ahead of where I'm at now. and everything. And so I was so excited, and because I had found myself in a whole nother circle. I was with millionaires, multi-millionaires,
Yes.
and a billionaire.
Yes.
And so, rich people do a whole lot of talking. You can't
Mm.
shut them up. They constantly talking. Just talk. I'm rich.
Mm.
I'm rich. I got this. I got that. I'm rich. I'm rich. But wealthy people was whispering some serious knowledge. And
Mm.
so when they got to whispering the knowledge and the keys to success and how to make money work for you and you don't work for it, I was all
Mm-hmm.
in. And then I
Wow.
came back home to my circle. And that's nothing wrong with
Yes.
my circle, y'all. If y'all listen, y'all know y'all traders now. Y'all know y'all told me that was a scam. It's a scam. Don't do it. But I mean, we did what
Yeah.
we was on. All we
Yeah.
did was go to school, get a good job.
Yeah.
Buy a house, take a few vacations,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the highlight of your life. And save some.
Mm.
And so,
Yeah.
that was, it was a little discouraging because I knew what I saw. And,
Yeah.
it was me who needed to change because I was losing everything. Everything.
Mm.
And so when I came back and I began to pray about it, because I've been co-pastoring along with my husband for about 11 years come August, and been
Hey.
evangelizing right at 30.
Amen.
So I'm
Amen.
like, I got to be the head. I need to be the head. Either I'm gonna be the head or the tail. Which one?
Mm.
You said, and then, this is me having a whole conversation. Then, it went from me talking about you said, then Lord help, Lord, the phases we go through. Then I
Yep.
start crying and bleeding, and I'm about to lose everything. I can't feed my kids. I need to know if this is real or not. God lets you get through all of that. But what
Right.
clicked with me was he said this, and this is all he said. Ecclesiastes 11:1.
Mm.
The Good News Translation states, paraphrasing that whole chapter, it is good to enter into foreign trade because you never know what bad luck this world is going to give you. And you need a minimum of 7 streams of income in order to survive, not 7 months,
Amen.
7 streams
Amen.
of income. And so when I, realized this, I realized that I was in a man-made company with a God-written skill set I couldn't lose because
Mm.
I knew the word. And my faith just shot up right there. I was like, God, if I had took this in 2006, but forget about what I had done. Now it's time to play catch up. And so then I
Mm.
did a little bit more research. I turned in to get in. I was like, give me a sign. Let me know one more time to confirm that this is true. And he gave me Matthew chapter 25, where he talks about the talent.
Mm.
How he gave some 10, some 5, and then he gave one. And the one he gave 10
Mm.
was out double. And he congratulated him and entered into partnership with him and gave him more money. Same thing with the one who had 5. Well, that one that had one was
Mm.
one of us. And it could be one of you that's on the line now. He took it. He told him, he said, I knew you would come back reaping where you have not sown, and that you are a hard
Mm.
taskmaster, so I hid it. Now that was some of us.
Wow.
We would work, make the money, and put it in the bank. First of all, he lied
Mm.
because God gave him seed. He gave him seed. Genesis 22 said, I give seed to the sower. He gave him seed to go out and sow. And the latter
Right.
part of verse 27, this is what clicked for me. And this was full revelation at this point. I didn't need another word. All he said was, if you had gave my money to the exchangers,
Hmm.
I could have came back for my reward, my increase, which was the
Right.
tithe. So I was like, okay,
Mm.
I don't have to know how to read the charts. I need to enter into foreign trade. So I don't know how to,
Yep.
I don't have to read it. Then plus, on top of that, I got a lot of flack before saying, you're a preacher, you're, co-pastor, you're
Yep.
an evangelist or whatever. You shouldn't be talking to people about money. Well, I don't understand why the church can't talk to you about money. The world done told you that you need to go to school and get a good job and buy a house,
Put some
save
Bible
some
on it.
money.
Somebody said put some Bible on it, Dr.
Yes,
Kathy.
okay. So I don't understand
Yes, if
why
you
is it
will.
a problem that the church can tell you, because we giving you straight word, but the world tells you to go to school, get a good job, and buy a
Wow.
house, take a few vacations, and that's the highlight of your life, and save some money. It didn't tell you to invest in money. It said save,
Mm.
and then they'll tell you make
Wow.
a few investments on stock. And then preachers come back getting flack because they're trying to tell you we're not a money You know, when every preacher, let me put it like this: every preacher is not all about money, but I want to teach you how to use it because it's a God-written skill set in a man-made company. It's written, so it is not a scam. It is written, and so you know, I
Right.
had to come back. You know, and you know, God will confirm His word, and I had to be like Paul in 1 Thessalonians 2:9. He said, "I practice in my trades daily,
Mm.
so that I
Daily.
will not be a financial burden unto the people," and that's what I do. I
Yep.
practice in my trades daily. So
Daily.
it's not about, I'm not gaining any money off of how much money you make in your trade account. I'm not gaining nothing off of that. I want you to
That's
be
right.
smart about it because to me, this is ministry. I can't preach half the Bible and not give you the
Wow.
rest of it.
Wow.
So we got salvation down pat. We got
Mm.
preaching down. We got, you know, teaching down. We got praying down. We can out fast them, but where the finances at?
Wow. Once we convert them, Dr. Cat, I love it. Once we convert them, once they give their life to Christ, now what do we have for them so they can go out into the world and make an honest living and live
Exactly.
like, yeah, exactly.
Now,
Live
what
like
was
we're
that
supposed to be
scripture
living.
after you have been converted? Go back and strengthen your brother. So this is what Josh and I are doing right now. We done been converted. We just out here
Yes.
trying to. There you go, Proverbs, Lavelle. You better come on, bring that Bible. That's what it's talking about. Strengthening your brother. That's what we're supposed to be doing, and this is what we're doing. To us, this is
Right.
ministry. You know, he's a preacher's kid. You know, and I'm a preacher's wife. I'm a pastor's wife. So, you know, and my kids
Hmm.
get it too. So don't think you're the only one. I ain't going to hell because I ain't tell you all the time. You know, we ain't doing nothing but sitting right. Yeah,
Lavelle
you
is
gotta be like
on.
that. You gotta store, but see, we don't know how to store up. And this is how the wealthy
Mm.
do. Okay, this is
Yep.
how the wealthy do. Look, Forex has been around since 4 AD. It first started in Jerusalem. It is
Huh.
the only thing that I know of that has been economically, how can I say it without compliance calling me? They're probably gonna call me.
Economically sound.
Yes, have withstood every economic crisis since
Yeah.
4 AD. And when the first
Hmm.
crisis happened, back in the days of Joseph, when they had the 7 years of lean and the 7 years of plenty, because we
Mm.
are a greedy nation. Greed sets in, and you know we don't know how to sit down. We don't know how to let stuff go, you know, and let it rest because the land was here to produce for us. But we won't
Mm.
let the land rest. You know how, you know, growing up now, I'm going back to my Alabama days. So when you remember when you used to see cows grazing on a certain piece of land or farmers
Mm.
farming on a certain piece of land for a long time, then all of a sudden you
Yep.
didn't see them doing nothing on it. That's because
Yep.
the land has to rest. Even the oil wells. Now I own oil wells now. Never thought that I would because
That's
of
right.
oil. Because of that, even the oil wells, they can only drill oil for 7 years and then they gotta let it rest.
Ready rest.
We don't know how to let nothing rest. It's a sin not to get rest. And
Hmm.
so we don't know how to let it rest. So that's why all the plagues and all this come back. I mean, come on, go back and look at 1929 when the real estate market, when the Great Depression happened. Not only did
Hmm.
they not stop, God had to send something in to kill all the crops.
Hmm.
And there was a plague
Come
that
on
came
now.
through that started messing with everybody. History repeats itself because man can't get right. Because
Wow.
we can't get right. But this
Wow.
do not
Look,
mean
this is good. This is good. I need y'all to put some sevens in the chat because Dr. Kathy is dropping these nuggets. You don't even have to look. You have to be a church going person because she's schooling you guys right now. Schooling you guys. Like this. I love it. I love
everything you
it.
need is in the Bible. I mean,
Yes,
everything
ma'am.
is there because, you know, I went from not knowing how to read the charts to
Hmm.
being the number one educator in the company for 8 months in a row. The
Wait,
first
wait,
black
wait, 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 wait,
female.
wait, wait, wait. She did that real quick, Dr. Kathy. Let's break that down. So you went from not knowing. Let's do a timeline from when you originally started. And was it a walk in the park? Was it easy for you?
No, nothing is anything worth having is worth fighting for. So when
Mm.
I first started, I knew that this was not going to be an overnight success thing. And the way
Yeah.
that I looked at it is if I could work 21 years on a job to get a half a check, I could at least give this
Mm.
for 3 years to perfect
Wow.
it. Because
Wow.
I worked 21 years. my 401k crashed down to $2,000. And I did not have another 20 years to give, and we living off a half a check. I'm living off a half a check. I worked 21 years just to get a half a check. So I knew that I needed to put this time in. So when the way it clicked for me, because, all right, I don't have to read these charts. God just said, enter into foreign trade. And so the more that I looked at it and studied it, and I followed the owner of the company, Christopher Terry, I followed Christopher Derrick and Mike Miles. Whenever they told us to get into a trade, all I knew was every time that red line crossed that blue line, I got to get 10 pips.
You guys are 10 pips me a little later.
I'm like, no, because I ain't got but a little bit of money. I know 10, just from reading it, I'm good at 10. I'm just going to take it and increase my lot size. And I'm going that, because Albert Einstein said compounding is the 8th wonder of the world.
It sure is.
So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go for 10. I'm going to get it, and I'm satisfied, and I'm going. The first 50 cents I made, you can tell me I wasn't rich then. I saw that blue, and I didn't have to work for it, and didn't have to ask nobody for it. So I knew that when that red line crossed above or below that blue line, I knew I could get in for a buy or sell.
Right.
And so I just compounded. And that's how I started. Then I started noticing a pattern after a while. And so I was like, okay, let me keep copying and pasting, and eventually I'm going to figure it out. And I went from, I started in 2016. 2018, I became an educator. Wow. 2019, I was the #1 educator for 8 months. 2019, I created a strategy called the ECC 11 strategy. I named it after the word because only the word is what's going to last. It has a 94% win ratio for the past 2 years. So if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Wow. And that's exactly what we're doing. And that's what I love about Dr. Kathy, because this lady is very humble, because it's not a lot of, I'm trying to stay in compliance as well. Yeah. Not a lot of 7 and 8 figure income earners in anything, trying to be general, that is going to take the time out just to speak to the public and, put them on game, because she doesn't have to, she could be relaxing with her family. And a lot of times we're together, we're traveling, of course, when the world was open, and she's away from her family because of her heart. Guys, like she said, this is ministry, and we're going to be launching some really, really big things in the next coming months. So we're going to have some wealth building groups that we can teach the flock, and of course, that's including everybody, teach them this economic strategy that they can actually use that could change their lives. Dr. Kathy, speak about that. I don't want you to let the cat out the bag of what exactly you're doing or who you're doing it with, but kind of like some moves that you're making in the church. I'll put it like that.
Okay, so everybody knows we have a church, and what we've been doing, what God was able to do with us is, when I learned the power of Forex, my church got backed by Forex. Because back in 2012, a lot of churches was closing because we had this issue going on, and the world was in, the world was having a moment. Let me put it like that. The world was having a moment. And so, the churches start, hurting from it. And it's not so much, the church is a business too. So for those that don't believe in paying tithes and offering and talk down on it, you can't bring a pig to the electric company and say, hey, I want to pay my bill for the next couple of months. Here, this pig. It don't work like that. And, it takes money to keep things going. So that's been, just doing good businesses. So when people scale back on giving, that's still no excuse for the church to be moving. This is why Paul was like, he practicing his trades daily. The church should be backed by Forex. And so, because we were a fairly new church, being backed by Forex allowed us to purchase 27 acres of land for our new edifice. And we're breaking ground on it, between August and September. We're getting ready to build.
Congratulations. I love it.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
We're getting ready to build communities on that land as well. along with, the school and the church. And I won't give the name out just yet, but our school will be teaching children how to trade, and that'll be a part of the curriculum of how to teach this generation, because we got to build a legacy somehow. We cannot pass down that next generation the same thing that we had. And just because it's something new, or it's a change or whatever, you think it's this or that, it don't matter. It do not matter what you think it is. What's written is what it is.
Right.
So that's some of the things that we're doing. And I believe that every church, because I back my house with Forex, I back up all my businesses with Forex. It's not an easy task, but that is something that I desire to do. I can say this. This is the first time the world is not dictating to my house. And last time I got trapped and was almost on the curb was the last time I was going to be trapped.
Yeah, most definitely. So, Dr. Kathy, you talked about what you're doing with the church and what we're doing in the community. So another beautiful thing that I love about what you're doing, not only are you in this Forex and investing arena, but you have your family.
Yes.
I know your daughter, your nephews, and your children. So how does that work? Because a lot of times when we're doing things, the family's like, that's your thing. I mean, you have what, cousins and nieces and nephews, and I was like, wow, a lot of your family is actually intrigued with this particular industry. How did that work?
Well, it wasn't easy at first. So I started with the younger ones, because your family is gonna be your worst critic. Girl, you always out there trying to do something. Yep,
that's true.
And but some people like being comfortable, and I like being comfortable to a certain point. But so I started with my daughter. She was 11 at the time, and I told and this helped the kids a whole lot. I was okay. You need to learn this. You need to follow me. And to this day, she still only trades GBP, JPY. She said it's worth more money than anything else, because their coins are actually silver, real copper, and real gold. She said, not like ours, it's laced with metal. And that it's worth more. And she learned that from the history class. And even with her being in high school, one of the classes she took, I remember her texting me from school, because she's in the advanced classes. And they had told her, she said, I'm doing a stocks thing, but I know they're doing stocks. But I told them I want to trade gold. Where is it going? And I said, it's buying. And I told her this, and this. And then she texted back, she said, I sold it. I said, what you selling for? I said it was mine. And she said, no, Ma, it's going to sell in a minute, because this some kind of hot news or something. Some people, she recognized the pattern, and she said, no, you're wrong. It's not going to buy just yet. It's going to sell first and then buy. So I'm selling now. I sold 200.
Wow.
And she made money. It was play money for them in school. And so the teacher was like, Bethany, you did good for your first go round. She said, oh, my mom trades. She taught me how to trade. And so that lifted her self-esteem, because she knew something in school that nobody else knew.
Wow.
And so that helped. And then, of course, my nephew that trades with me, that sits here while we talking trash on the live, he started trading at 17. He paid for all his graduation. I think his first month, he made 4 figures in 30 days.
Wow.
4 figures in 30 days. And then my other nephew, he lives in South Carolina, just a regular genius. They're really doing good. So now my cousins are in. My cousins have signed up, and they're doing it. And one of my cousins did way better than me.
Wow.
Her first week, she did 6 figures.
Wow.
Started with 3 and did 6. So my prayer is for everybody to come in and do better than what I did, because it took me a minute to get there. But I made all the mistakes. So now, all you got to do is just come in and just take your time and learn it. And I know you have patience. You got to have patience. You got to. Come on. I worked 21 years for a half check. I had a whole lot of patience. I didn't think I had
patience. Wow.
A lot of it. So, so being around this area, and there's no need. There should be no lack among us. There should
Right.
be no lack among the saints. And I believe that every church need to come on. You know, something big is coming out in the next week or two. And you know,
Yes.
and when I say God done open some doors, He opened some doors. And you know,
Yes.
don't get discouraged by you know what's happening, what's going on, what's done happen, or whatever. When God has something for you, people gonna come and go. Let them go. Let them go. So you can make room for the increase. Everybody's not gonna understand your vision. They're not. But that
That's
don't mean
true.
that you don't follow through. Just because you're doing it, Josh. I know that
Yeah.
you just set the pace for the King family. I know First Lady is trading, and you know,
Yes.
and Bishop got, you know, he's part of getting the church on board, and there's more people there. When I say that this is have been so life changing for me, words cannot express the gratitude that
Right.
somebody took the time out. And it's not only just that, you know, being able to educate the masses
Mm-hmm.
is one thing, but seeing people free of
Mm.
finances, it's a lot going on in this world. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you need money to back it.
That's right.
You need money to
That's
back
right.
a whole lot of stuff to stop. You know what? Start buying. Can I say it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Start buying $1 million policies.
Hmm.
I bet you don't get killed then.
Yep. Because they want
Start,
to pay it out.
yeah. Start buying $1 million policies. Start taking people to court.
Mm.
Exercise your rights.
And all of that takes money.
And all of that takes money.
Yes.
You gotta have money in order to make things work in this world, because this is all this world think about. It's not the fact of having the love of money. And everybody should be having a index life insurance policy, universal life insurance policy. You should have
Mm-hmm.
stocks, invested in stocks. You should
Right.
have oil wells. You need to be
Yep.
buying gold and silver. And if you don't have the money to back that up, you can trade for it, because that's what I did. I still
Yep.
live off a budget. If you,
Yes, ma'am.
Josh got this little mini mansion up there. I didn't even say that, but Josh got this little mini mansion up there, you know, and then all these Land Rovers, and you know, looking around, you looking in Egypt, Thailand, or somewhere. If it wasn't for the lockdown, they'd probably be going somewhere. But
I'm trying to get out this house, Dr. Cat. I gotta get out.
But that's what I'm talking. This is what you need, and the only way that you're gonna get it, you don't need 5 or 6 jobs. You don't need to go get 10 jobs.
Mm.
You don't need to
That's
work
right.
16 hours a day. My husband contracted overseas to help pull us out of this mess. He worked 16 hours
Mm.
a day, 7 days a week, in 120, sometimes 150-degree weather. That's slavery.
Lord.
That's like being in hell. And we're in Texas, and I'm tripping off of 99. And I'm
Mm-mm.
trying to turn the air down to
Wow.
60. So, but he had it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have finances to back you up. This is why Paul,
That's
you know,
true.
because you know, I'm trying to help you, because I hate to see people struggle.
Yeah.
And I can't help the world.
Yeah.
I can feed you, but
Yeah.
then you can only eat when I say you can eat. That's not
Mm-mm. That's right. Yeah. No.
that's not freedom.
No.
And
Not at
so
all.
what we have to do, because you got your baby, you got Simi there, and you know you got your nieces and nephews and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to pour into them and teach them. If the parents don't do it to the kids. Eventually, the
Yeah.
parents will come around. When they get sick and
So
tired of being
true.
sick and tired, then that's it. But you know, we're here to show you this is the only
Mm-hmm.
educational platform that I know of that has been around
Yep.
at this short amount of time, that's well established, that
Yeah.
pays out and teaches you what you need to know about trading. The owner himself used to be homeless. He was right here in the same boat with us.
Right.
And you know, and he said, and he made it to Wall Street. And when he made it to Wall Street, he trained the top educators on Wall Street for 25 years, guys. Come on.
The
So
gold.
yeah, the real GOAT. You know, when people
Yeah.
say I was the goat, I was like, I'm not stubborn. What? I didn't even know what that means. I mean, what's the goat? And then my husband's like, girl, Lord, you need to just, it's the greatest of all time. So Christopher
Yeah.
Terry is the goat. Because he came
Yes.
back and he taught us, and then he got sick and tired of it because he saw how people were still struggling. And so
Yeah.
one of his things were, you know, I'm gonna bring Wall Street to Main Street.
To Main
And he
Street.
went
That's
through some
right.
struggles. He went through some struggles. And don't say you can't copy and paste. Come on. Bob Proctor copied Andrew Carnegie
Yep, he sure did.
and made more than Andrew Carnegie ever made.
Yep.
Come on, there's
You're
always
the best at copying and pasting. This is the only time you can cheat.
yeah. We're giving you an open book on how to make
Right.
it.
Right.
How to make it. So you have to, and you know, some would say it's not for me. You know, we go through this thing. You know, I'm either yes, I'm for it, or yes, I want to do it, but I can't do it right now, or no, it's not for me. Nick's did no, it's not for me, because if it wasn't for you, it would have never been written. It's
Wow.
for everybody.
That's right.
There's only a select few. Don't be that one that buried it.
Right.
That's why God says the poor you have them with you always, and that's only.
You don't have to be one.
You don't have to be one. I'm not gonna be one.
That's
You
right.
don't have to be one because they didn't receive the knowledge. They didn't receive the word.
Wow.
They didn't receive the word. It's hard to do. I mean, you guys, come on. If you can go and work for 8 hours and walk away and not get paid, and go to the bathroom when they say you can go to the bathroom, go eat lunch when they say you can eat lunch, go on vacation. If you can do all that, you can.
I remember those days. I remember those days.
Man. And I remember.
That's when I knew it wasn't for me, Dr. Kathy.
Yeah,
and I'm so ecstatic about the relationships to build. When I tell you guys, me and this young lady, we just connected. It had to be the guide in us that we connected. And I met her at an event. I heard about her from afar. I seen her on all the educational platforms, and everyone's talking about Dr. Kathy, Dr. Kathy. I'm like, well, okay, I want to meet this lady. And I think you came to an event in Dallas.
Yeah, you called me on Facebook and asked me did I come to the event. It was in December sometime.
She sure did. And I'm like, I wonder if she's really going to show up. And then I was like, she comes walking into the door, and it's just like ever since then, we just hit it off. I was like, you remind me so much of my mom.
And I met his mom. I love his mom. She's so beautiful to me. So beautiful. I remember that you had even said somebody you were signing up, I believe it was Eddie, was signing up, and he was like, hey, he wants you to come back down, I want you to meet him and everything. I was like, Josh, no, I ain't coming back if he ain't gonna sign up. Now, he was supposed to already sign up. And I don't really know you, but I'm trying to help you seal the deal. So that's how our relationship is. You know, he wasn't even on my team or anything like that, but you know, who was hungry and eager and was willing to learn. So, you know, like I said, this is ministry. So let me reach out and help. And I was like, okay, now just
you did.
2-hour drive. Oh, if he ain't signed up, I'm coming. He texts back, he signed up. I'm coming. I'm gonna be late, but I'll be there.
Right. She came. She sure came. Look. We got a special guest that popped on, Dr. Kathy. A surprise guest popped on. Let's
Okay, there we go. She said, listen, I just need you to listen. I want you to look at this, and you need to do this. There's no excuse. You know, it's in you. You deserve it. Go for it. That's all she had to say. And Dawn, ever since when I did what you said, you know, she celebrities and everything. And so I did exactly what Dawn did. Set my whole team on fire.
Let's go. That's
set my whole team on fire. I love it.
Let's go, 500. Listen, you
having 750 now. I done changed that.
Right,
So I'm like, I see 3 people making $750,000 a month. So forget
a month.
Wait a minute, Dr. Kathy, I shared that with someone today, and they stumbled saying it 3 times. They said, wait, you made 700, like, wait, so they making 750, like they couldn't even get it out. Yes, $750,000 a month.
Come on.
A month.
You're not laboring for it. All you're using is your brain. That's it.
That's right.
I don't want to think.
That's all. That's all.
I think Scott is on here. Scott Livingston, I'm waiting on you, baby. Just inbox me. Let me know when you're ready.
Let's get started. If you guys are connected to these amazing young women, you want to make sure that you inbox them. Guys, if you are watching this live on my feed, make sure you inbox me so you can get started, lock and load your positions. I'm just excited about the movement. I'm like, I know some great things are going to happen in 2020. Everybody's talking about just fast forward me to 2021. I'm going to enjoy 2020 because there's going to be some amazing things that's happening. There's going to be some shifts. The wealth shift is actually happening right now as we speak.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, Dr. Kathy, you already know anytime that there's a recession, there's a wealth transfer at the same time. So when people come to me like, oh, I'm losing money in my 401k, I'm like, that money ain't lost. It didn't leave the earth. It didn't disappear. It just went from your account to somebody else.
You know when you lost it at, go back and get it.
Right.
And you know which direction it went.
Dr. Kathy, this is what happens when they're not in control of their own finances, when they choose not to join us and do the Forex so they can understand the financial markets, be in control of their own money, and they can see where their money is and what they can do to win money back. But if it's in their 401k and they 401k, they waiting for their human resource department to try to track down the money to find out where all they see is a negative.
Yep. That's it. But see, we don't have to do that in the Forex market. And then, we're not saying that you're going to have all wins. There are going to be some ups and downs. Nothing is
right. In anything.
If it was, then, we wouldn't need nothing, because everything was there. We'll be back in the Garden of Eden, put it like that, if everything was 100%. So, it's not 100%. And if you lose money in the market, where you lost it at. If you was in a buy, you went into a sale. So go back in there, go to the opposite direction, get your money back, and get on out. While Josh was driving today, trying to get to his property, we was making money.
Right. Dr. Kathy, I see you with that setup with that big old curved TV. I said, what the shenanigans?
Man, the setup is nice.
I'm in training. Okay, so while I'm taking this sabbatical or this hiatus, I'm learning. I'm learning something new. So I have to act like I'm already on Wall Street. So I'm learning something new because when you give out so much, at some point you have to be fed. And I knew I gave out everything that I know of. Everything was new, was popping up. Everybody jumping to something else because it's a new shiny toy. So I was like, okay, let me go feed myself. So that
that's so powerful, Dr. Kathy.
That's what I did. So in order for me to get that mindset, I had to change some stuff around. So now I done shifted. I know my season didn't change, so I had to shift to a whole nother level. So that when I come back teaching full time, that I'm able to bring it with no mistakes.
Right.
Wow.
So that makes a lot of sense. Wow. Well, guys, I'm happy. I'm humble. I'm grateful. Not only are we being able to sustain during the pandemic, we leveled up. My business grew 30% during quarantine.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
last 3-4 weeks, it grew that much.
Dr. Kathy, I'll call you later, but my expectations for you was already through the roof. You already know that.
I know. And I'm so glad
I got a question. I got a question for you ladies. So not only are you guys, it's amazing to be able to hit your personal goals, in the multiple 6 and 7 and 8 figures, but the feeling of promoting out and birthing other individuals who are doing the same. Like, let's talk about that. Like, you guys are not only just being selfish, you guys are actually reaching down, because both of you are my personal mentors. Right. So let's talk about that. How does that happen? What type of feeling is that when someone calls you, hey, I was able to purchase a new house. Hey, I was able to, pay off my mom's house, pay off a car, buy a new car. Like, what type of feeling is that? Because you guys are like doing it like it's nothing. Like, it's just like clockwork, like every day.
For me, it's like, I know that my name is for me, it's like I'm building a legacy. Because if I taught you something that was able to help change your life, your zip code, your bank account, all that above, I will always be remembered in the King household. So, when that comes back, and my kids may need something. Oh, you Dr. Kathy's son, or you Dr. Kathy's daughter. Oh, what you need? That to me, that's a great feeling, because I feel like I built a legacy and that my name will live on. And then the good that I did will pass on to my children.
Wow. Love it.
I think that's great. It's a good feeling. And honestly, Josh, sometimes you don't even know what kind of impact you making on somebody else's life. When you have people not only come up to you and say, man, I'm so glad you was working with my wife. We were really going through something. I'm so glad you took the time to help my mom out, because we were really going through something. And, she needed something else to plug into it. Once she got the swing of it, her whole attitude is different now. She's making more money. Her confidence is up. She's out here sharing it with people. So what happens, it begins to snowball. So you start off and you pay it forward and you introduce it to people and you help them out. And then guess what? They grab the ball, they grab the torch, and now they get the information, they get the education. They start using the products and the tools. Now they're having success. That's what they're going to do. They're going to grab a group of people and share it. And before you know it, this is your ministry. This is not just business, it's a movement. And before you know it, you can really impact the entire community and the world based on the foreign exchange market that's been right up under our nose since how long, Dr. Kathy?
2016 years.
Come through.
Yep. Wow.
Come through.
Wow.
Well, guys, I hate to cut my part short because I have
no problem.
I have to go.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just trying to get you that money. She on that chart. Dr. Kathy,
look, no, we're not gonna hold you. We're not gonna hold you. I'm waiting for the phone.
What is the money at, Dr. Kathy?
I know.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dr. Kathy, let me say this before you go. Thank you so much for being such a servant leader and sowing into so many people, even before it became popular, even before you connected with the corporate office, even before you got your position. You used to be up in the wee hour of the night helping not only your group, everybody's group, to get in the position where they can trade and make money when it wasn't popular and you was not benefiting from it financially. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being a woman of God that you truly are, and unselfishly sowing into the community, and you're going to get it back tenfold. I just want to say that to you before you go.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I do it from the heart. I've been doing it since day one. Even when I couldn't even explain, hey, just follow that red line. But I'm so grateful to be connected to you guys. Thank you so much, Josh and Don. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right, man. Good night.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Yes, that's awesome. One of the things I absolutely love, I love when people are willing to put themselves out there and put information out there when it's not popular or they don't benefit financially from it. You know what I'm saying, Josh? Because most times people only want to make a move or do something when they can get paid or they benefit from it. What's in the deal for me? And we've watched her do this. I mean, unselfishly, we watched her do this. It's like, wow, So I just want to give her, we give her that and let her know that we definitely appreciate her for doing all that she has done. So I'm excited, Josh. I'm really excited. And Dr. Kathy is definitely a diamond in the rough. She's a rare find. She's definitely a servant leader. She's a woman of God, and she don't just speak it; she walk it and she talk it and she put it out there. So we love her, and I appreciate being in her presence. You know, being able to be on the same platform with her.
Yes, most definitely. Look,
but Trey King, listen, don't sleep on Trey King. Don't sleep on Trey King. If you guys are watching this right now, y'all better DM, message, inbox him, and let him know, listen, I want in. Get your membership, get with Trey King so you can be at home with your cell phone, pressing buttons in your pajamas and making money before the quarantine, after the quarantine, during the quarantine. Guys, listen, it's level up. And you cannot level up, you cannot blow up if you don't understand what's going on in the financial market. The days of just working for money and being a dinosaur, being at the mercy of the government, telling you when you can show up and when you can't, those days are over. It's time for you to take control. Let Trey King mentor you and coach you. We don't call him Trey King nothing, okay? Let him coach you, let him mentor you, and let him help you get to the right side of money.
Let's do it. Ready to go. Ready to go.
Get with him. Let's make it happen. Thank you for inviting me, Trey King. God bless. Good night.
No problem. Thank you for jumping on. God bless. Good night.